Set in a grotesque, squalid, and menacing London, 1984 creates a nightmarish world where there is no privacy, in which the party has absolute control of the press, communication, and propaganda, where language, history, and thought are controlled in the interest of the state, where rebellion against the rules is punished with prison, torture, and liquidation. The novel describes a future England no longer the head of an empire, but an outpost of Oceania, a vast totalitarian system, including North America and the British Empire. The work is divided into three parts. Part 1 introduces the main character, Winston Smith. Part 2 describes his love for Julia and the temporary happiness their relationship brings. Part 3 deals with Winston's imprisonment. The overwhelming impression of 1984 is one of a sense of loss, a feeling that beauty and truth and all the finer emotions and values belong to the past. This is symbolized by the protagonist, Winston Smith, the last man to believe in human values in a totalitarian age. Smith, the commonest English surname, suggests his symbolic value. Winston evokes Churchill's patriotic appeals for blood, sweat, and tears during the Second World War. Winston is middle-aged and physically weak. He experiences alienation from society and feels a desire for spiritual and moral integrity. He works at the Ministry of Truth, where he alters the records of the past to fit current party policy. In private, he writes on the creamy paper of an old diary in an attempt to maintain sanity in a disorienting world. In the first part of the novel, it is likely that Winston and the narrator are one, and that he expresses Orwell's views. Every detail conveys the idea of a world in which the individual has no place, a society where every aspect is subordinated to the state. The slogans, the posters proclaiming Big Brother is watching you, the telescreen in each room, the 2-minute hate, the perpetual state of war, the gradual introduction of newspeak. While still writing 1984, Orwell defined it as a novel about the future, in a sense of fantasy but in the form of a naturalistic novel. The title itself, which reverses the last two figures of its year of composition, 1948, suggests that the author's target was to attack present society as much as to warn about the future. Since its original publication in 1949, the book has aroused extraordinary interest. It has been filmed, dramatized, adapted for television, and translated into many languages. It has given the term Orwellian to the English language as a word denoting nightmare oppression and thought control, a vision which becomes an essential part of the reader's intellectual journey. It was a bright, cold day in April, and the clocks were striking 13. This is the beginning of the novel, reminding T.S. Eliot and the Wasteland, and Chaucer's and the Canterbury Tales. So again, this is a historical sense, which involves a perception not only of the pastness of the past, but of its presence.